All right, guys. Risky penny talk that I want to talk about that has massive volume. Obviously, they had this delistment notice here that was posted 4 days ago, but not something I had to talk about. It has 205 million volume today. On its move up to the EMA 5, it had over 2 billion. That is a ton of freaking volume, right? So this is a high risk stock as it's literally below a penny. And you could see the last time this thing made a move up, it ran up over 128% right here. So not too shabby. But what I'm looking for here, me personally, I would love to see a reverse split. That way we can get this thing over that $1 range because no doubt about it, when this does a reverse split, this could go down or they're just going to delist. I'm pretty sure LGMK ended up doing that, if I'm not mistaken, right? LGMK, yeah. So they seeing 45 as listing changes. So would they be like that? We don't know. We don't know. But we do know there is uncertainty. Lots of volume in this one. I mean, 205 million volume. Did LGMK have any kind of volume like that? Not as near as much as HCTI. So I'm kind of excited to see what this is. I mean, what's going to play out here. We can see that we did touch the EMA 5. I really wish it didn't because all price action will revert to the mean. You can see right here when we had that massive amount of volume. Look at the price action reverting to the mean right here. It's going to do that. And now that's price reverted to the mean, it's risky because the next thing that you're going to get to is now either it goes back to the 5 or goes to the 10. I'm pretty sure it's not going to hit this 10. That'll be market makers don't usually give us gains that big. They try to, monitor it a lot and then short it. That's a 209%. It's possible. But on the very least, I can see this coming back to the 5. It's not as much room up as you would like. That's a 17%. You can see price action will always revert to the mean, all right? So, yeah, I'm just very curious on this one. Let me know what you guys think, but I like the volume. It's like something is stirring up here, right? I mean, when you get this amount of volume, I hope it don't get delisted. Anything is possible. So how I would like to play a stock like this is obviously put the max amount. You don't need to put a lot in it. It is a high risk thing, and if it gets delisted, then that's gonna really suck, and you could lose it all. So what I would obviously high risk, high reward. This can easily pump up this amount of return, pump up 119% the next day. That can easily happen, all right? And that's why some people like to do this because if it doesn't get delisted, this thing is going to the moon. I personally would like to see this reverse split. We know it's organically never going above $1. It's just not going to do that. It is less than a penny. I think the last one that I seen this low was it DMN, I believe, DMN and not DMN. My bad, forget the other one. But there's been many pennies that get this low, and it just gets really dangerous. Okay, any little freaking move up can make massive money, right? Here's the 15-minute chart. You can see it's just consolidating, right? Not really much going on. And you can see the previous day, you get this little move up, but I mean, look at this. A move up from that to that is a 23% return. All right, these little moves ups are pretty nice. I mean, from this low here to this, that's a 16% return. Not too shabby. You can see right in here, look at this monster move up and then it goes down. So the name of the game is to sell every pump this thing has done. All right. It's not going to hold it. This is not a high quality stock. So don't be that person that holds the last egg, the last person holding the egg, right? As the saying goes. So we are 2 days away from the EMA 5. The next thing I want to look for is the KDJ. Are we extremely low on the KDJ? And we are not. We are at 22. Look where I'm telling you guys when I posted it about this. Look where the last thing where it's pumped. If you literally wait for these extreme levels of the KDJ, we are at 0.92. When you get to those extreme marks of 1, this is your accumulation zone. It cannot sustain that level down there so far, and it hasn't touched this EMA 5. The best plays are always the one that you have massive EMA 5 TD. Look at this. We haven't touched the 5 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And on the 10th daily candle, we look to touch it. We coincide that with a very low K value. I always like to reiterate, the lower the K value, the most for penny stocks that are extremely like bottomed out or like really low price, like under a penny. I do like to look for that near that one range. I can show you many things. PLRZ, I posted a video on this one. Where did we make that massive move up? And it's the same scenario. Right in here, we had a very low K value. Look at this. This thing has pumped over 200% using this same exact analysis that I use. Where does it go to? Gets very close to the MA5, comes back down. So HCTI has done its objective. It has hit the 5. And a lot of retail traders get in when it does that. But I know, and a lot of my people in my Discord know, price is going to revert back. It's in a downtrend. When price is under EMAs get touched. They have to. They will. It's a matter of fact. And what we use is these kind of things like low K value. Are we near the Keltner channel? Obviously, we can't do the Keltner because it's a negative value. When price pumps and then dumps, it spreads out the band. So I had those at extreme extreme settings too. But yeah, me personally, I'm gonna wait it out. The time I talked about this was when it was down here. If you missed out your boat, there's so many other plays that you can get in that are at this bottomed area. Make that fast 100%, and then find another penny stock. Okay, just like PLRZ that ran 200%, then it's pulling back down. Same scenario as this. A lot of people are back holding it, and they're like, "Why is it going down? It already made its big move. We already did the reversion to me. We already hit the EMA5. We're done with that." Now we just have to wait for, hey, if this does a reverse split, I'll come back to it. I'll see how many days we'll wait from the EMA5, and I'll see if that K value gets lower. It's at 22.19. Okay. All right, guys, if you guys want to join the Discord and learn how to do these strategies, learn how to set up your chart like mine, be a part of the community. We have a lot of people that do a variety of things. But click the link down below in YouTube comments below and in the description. It'll say join the premium Discord for my alerts. It'll take you to this free chat landing page. If you want to become a member, hit how to subscribe and hit day trade alerts, or just hit day trade alerts over here. Anything you can do here. Once you hit that, you'll get access to my swing trades and my day trades for $12 a month. A whole bundle on how to trade, be successful. Over 7 years I've been doing this. These are the strategies that I do. I love my trading against the trend. This is trading against the trend because we know all price action reverts to the MA5. But just because you know that doesn't mean you just randomly get in. We never trade the first couple candles down. When you have that time distance factor, you can see how you avoid this candle, this candle, this candle, and you give that extreme time distance around that 10-day mark. Look for that low K value. Bam, bam, you got the recipe for a pump. All right, and then obviously look at massive volume. When the volume's increasing like this, 400 million volume, this stock is not to go unnoticed. This stock has a ton of volume. I mean, 205 million volume. I mean, something's going to happen. All right, so we'll see soon. But hope to see you guys in the Discord. Subscribe on your computer to avoid the iOS fee. If you have an Android, you will have to use your computer or just use your phone's browser. It's only $12 a month. All right, it'll never go up in price. Read how to subscribe, and hope to see you guys there. Peace out.